Welcome, friends. It is great to have you. Now, one of the stories that we talked about in that new liturgical year, I kind of walked us through Advent and Christmas and Epiphany and Jesus' baptism. But there was a story that we talked about not too long ago about Jesus as a teenager. It says specifically that Jesus was 12, so a preteen, I guess, a tweenager, we would call him. And he then disappears from his family, and his family fears that he's lost. And we've talked a little bit about that. Raise your hand if you've ever been lost before. Raise your hand. Have you been lost? Some of you have never been lost. That is awesome. How many of you have been lost before? Oh, it is something that happens in life. We are not alone. Well, when we're lost, we feel alone, but you're not. There are people who you can trust and believe in who will help you find your way. And there are also tools among us. And we talked about maps and Google Maps and apps on our phone. And I was reminded of this keychain that was given to me. And it was really cool. It's kind of just a round globe. It looks like the Earth a little bit. But then I discovered that you can open it up, and inside is a compass. How cool is that? A little compass, tiny compass in there so that you can attach it to your keys. And, you know, a compass is really great. Actually, I would love to ask you, I think I've asked this question before, so some of you may already have the answer. Which direction does a compass point to? Somebody tell me. Yes, Liam, say it again. North. Okay, excellent. So it points you north. And how does that help you? If a compass points you north, how can that help you? Well, how would you use it?
To find food.
To find food, yes. Or you can use your nose and smell that way too. Yes. How else?
To find where everyone else is.
To find out where everywhere else is, right? So if you're pointed north, then of course you know then this must be west or east or south, and it points you in a direction. Now, many people felt lost in their lives way back in Jesus' time, and Jesus said, "Follow me, I will point you in the right direction." And you know, we hear today that those people said yes, and they followed him. Now, when you use a compass, does it tell you exactly how to get back home? No. It doesn't tell you what paths to go on. It's not going to tell you if there's going to be a rock or a river in the way. It just points you in that direction. You know, when the first followers of Jesus said, "Yes, I will follow you," did they know exactly what they were going to encounter with Jesus? What that path would look like, what that journey would look like? They trusted, right? And they saw that as long as I trust in Jesus, Jesus is going to point me in the right direction. And yes, indeed, there might be some stumbling blocks along the way. There might be rocks and rivers that we have to traverse and get over. And it may be difficult. It may not be the easiest way. But if I continue to follow that direction that Jesus points me in, I need to trust that it'll get me to where I need to go. I think sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we want to put a trust in Jesus, but we're concerned that, but I don't know what might lie ahead. What if I say yes? What will that lead me to? And sometimes we don't have that answer. But if we really trust that Jesus is the Son of God, and God's will is for us to experience grace and peace and love, then why not follow and trust Jesus' way? And know that that is the way of love and kindness, no matter what we might run into along the path. So I can't guarantee you that life is just going to be smooth sailing as long as you follow Jesus. But what I can tell you is you will find love and peace and grace along the way, and it will move us closer to the world that God intends if we stay aligned with Jesus and we follow that true north, just like the compass. Amen? Amen. All right. You guys are doing something really